Brentford 1, Leicester City 1. We're outside the stadium. What's your immediate reaction to the game, sir?
I think we did very well, but just didn't take our chances in the first half. That's Brentford, obviously. Yeah. And you know, they came back, had their one shot on target, and scored the goal, which was, we didn't close Maddison down, which you should have done. Madison through ball for Madison, goal, no problem at all.
How satisfied are you with the job that Thomas Frank's doing at Brentford currently?
Oh, I think, having been a Brentford fan for a very long time, I think he's the best manager I've seen. I was going to say at Griffin Park, but we're not at Griffin Park now, are we? Okay. But he's definitely one for a long time, and I hope he doesn't move on soon.
Would you say this is the best period you've seen as a Brentford fan currently?
I think it's very difficult to say that, but having been a fan for such a long time. The excitement is still here. I love coming here. I still can't believe when I see the fixtures in the morning and I think we're in the Premier League. To me, you know, having been a fan for such a long time, it still doesn't quite register. But to see this, to draw 1-1 with Leicester, that's not a bad result at all.
Great result.
Not at all.
What would it mean to you if Brentford qualify for Europe this season? Can they realistically do it, sir?
I don't see why we can't qualify for Europe. No, I have no problem at all with that. I think, you know, we've got a great side. They play together. They play well. They play well. And they've got a great team spirit, and I think the fans are absolutely brilliant. The fans are definitely 12th man.
What does it mean at the bottom of the table currently? There's so tight and so few points between those clubs. Who do you think's in real danger of being relegated this season?
Crystal Palace, no question. Having seen all the sides here, definitely Crystal Palace. And now they've lost their manager, that they have even more lost their way. I don't know. They might get Hodgson in. I don't know, but they are the form. If I had some money, I would have put money on them to go down about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Right decision or wrong decision to part company with manager Patrick Vieira in the manner that they have?
Oh, wrong. Definitely wrong. Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't get rid of managers. No, don't agree with it.
Arsenal or Man City? Who wins the Premier League this season, in your opinion, sir?
Now, I don't want Man City to win it again. I don't want Arsenal to win it either, but Arsenal are going to win it, I'm sorry to say.
You can say that with certainty, sir.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, definitely Arsenal, yeah.
Just outside Brentford 1, Leicester City 1. Give me your immediate reaction to the game. What did you make of it?
So I thought first half we were really good, brilliant. Should have took our chances, should have been 3-0 up. And then second half we were poor, to be honest. We should have, to be honest, we deserved the draw, to be honest. First half, obviously brilliant, and then, yeah, draw was fair, that's what I thought.
Fair result when everything's said and done. How satisfied are you with the job Thomas Frank's doing with Brentford and their league position this season?
Yeah, obviously, Brentford being in contention for Europe, it's brilliant. Today, disappointing, but overall, in the position we are, brilliant, yeah. Yeah.
Patrick Vieira parting ways with Crystal Palace. What was your immediate take on that? Right decision, wrong decision?
No, wrong decision, definitely. They've had poor run of games, but it's been against tough oppo. So overall, they should have kept him in. See what he could do. They're overachieving as a club. So,
good point.
So yeah, just keep him in, and I think they'd stay up if they kept him.
I think they could be in danger of getting dragged down. They've got Arsenal tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. They're in that relegation battle. And if anything from 20th to 13th, I think is in danger.
Big point. I'm glad you mentioned that. There's so little points between those teams. Who do you think, other than Crystal Palace, is in danger of the drop this season?
I think Bournemouth, Forest, Wolves in danger. Definitely Palace. Who else? West Ham, I think. I think they could be in danger, yeah.
Interesting at the bottom as much as it is in the top this season, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Europe battle and the relegation battle are as close as each other, yeah.
Now, let's switch our attention to the top of the league. Arsenal currently lead Manchester City. Big time of the season. Have Arsenal got enough about them to see Manchester City off and become champions this year?
I think definitely Arsenal. They went for a bit of a rough patch, but they pulled through it and they're still tops. I think they're going to do it.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
With me, I've got a very excited Brentford fan all the way from Kiel in Germany.
Yeah.
I love Kiel. It's a great place, and it's great to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's a great pleasure for me to be in here. We stay with a few friends once a year here for being here with Brentford, with the Bees. We love that club. It's so familiar, so we feel very comfortable. It's a great pleasure to being here.
Love that. I know you're a big Brentford fan. What did you make of Brentford's performance today against Leicester City? What did you make of the game?
I think they started very, very good, but going forward for the game, they lost their red
Bit of momentum.
Yeah, that's right, and it felt very, very, very difficult to play against 20 minutes for the goal, to playing the hardest pass to get very well chances to get the 2-second goal.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the Premier League is highly spoken of one of the best leagues in the world.
Yeah.
What do the people of Germany think of the Premier League?
The Premier League is a fantastic pool of players and fans, and it's quite another different between the fans and the players and the ground. It's clearly nearer than in Germany, and it's familiar. That's a great point. And we love IPA beer, so that's here in England fantastic food for us. So we like this Premier League, and the stars here are not equal than in Germany.
Love that. Pitch football, Brentford 1, Leicester City 1. Sir, can I get your immediate reaction to the game today? How do you assess what we saw?
Slightly disappointing that we didn't win. I thought we deserved to win, but we sort of faded in the last 20 minutes of the second half, which is a bit disappointing. We got a bit sloppy. I think we were probably pretty tired after 3 games on the trot.
Big points. Considering where the club are now in the league, have they got enough about them to get European football this season?
It'll be touch and go, I think. I mean, they've had a fantastic season by anybody's standards, but I think it really partly depends what happens above them, frankly. If Liverpool, Chelsea really get on a decent run, Tottenham hold on, then we won't get there. But it's still all to play for.
How pleased are you with the job that Thomas Frank's doing here at Brentford?
I think he's doing a fantastic job. Brilliant job. It's a strong squad, but it's obviously not the strongest by any means in the Premiership. I think tactically he gets it right. I think he works the media very well. I think he's done a brilliant job.
Talk to me about Crystal Palace partnering with Patrick Vieira. Right or wrong decision, sir, in your opinion?
I can understand why they've done it, but very sad, because he's a lovely guy and I think potentially a very good manager. But I can understand that they lost their nerve.
Who wins the Premier League this season, Arsenal or Manchester City, sir?
I think Manchester City probably.
Really? You think they'll claw their way back into it?
I just think they've got so much class. I mean, it's been a funny season, hasn't it? And Manchester City haven't fired on all cylinders. Chelsea have been poor. Liverpool have been poor. You just feel with 11 games to go that probably in that run-in, Manchester City have got the stronger squad, I think. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal had a great season.
They've probably played the best football out of the teams in the Premier League this season, haven't they?
They have, and they've played the most consistent football as well. Yeah. But whether they can hold their nerve, we'll see.
We're outside Brentford Stadium. Brentford 1, Leicester City 1. Give me your immediate reaction to the game, Sol.
I was late for one. That wasn't my fault. But when I did get there, it just seemed a bit of a tired game. But the boys done well. They didn't lose. Back on an unbeaten streak. So yeah, that's all. Just need to carry on with that. Progress.
All in all, Brentford, can they get a place in the Europa League this season?
If they carry on how they are, definitely. To get them wins and them draws, less losses, and yeah, they'll get there, man. Why not? I don't see why not. So yeah.
Big point today. When you think of how close the bottom of the Premier League is, who would be your teams to predict? Who do you think's in real danger of being relegated this season?
Do you know what? I can't actually remember the bottom of the table right now, but I know Leicester are down there. Who else is down there? Who's with them? Fulham. No, not Fulham. Bournemouth might go. Southampton might go. But yeah, I don't really pay. I don't pay attention down there because we're not down there. So do you know what I mean?
On the flip side of that, Arsenal lead Manchester City at the moment in the Premier League, in the Premier League race in the table. Let's not get too excited. So, give me your immediate reaction to the title race. What's your prediction? How do you see it playing out?
I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. Yeah. All the Arsenal fans are excited because they're doing really well, but City are going to come strong. The final 10 games, Arsenal are going to lose about 3 or 4. They're going to get a couple draws in, and City are just going to do what City do and break all those Arsenal hearts. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You think the game between Manchester City and Arsenal and Manchester will be definitive in the title race?
It won't be definitive, but it will obviously play a role because I feel like City will win and that will give them that confidence, and Arsenal will be thinking, oh, here we go. So, yeah. But it's a good one, though. Arsenal are doing well. I like Arsenal, but I just don't want them to win the league.
I think Arsenal have made this year exciting the way they've played rather than City just running dominant to their 5th title.
100%. It's nice to see a bit of a difference to City who is just running away with it. So yeah, and Arsenal played, to be fair, Arsenal almost played better ball than City at times. So I do like Arsenal. I like Arsenal a lot.
I want to get your immediate reaction to Patrick Vieira being parted ways rather with Crystal Palace. What's your take on it?
I don't think Vieira deserved to be sacked. There are managers in the league that are doing way worse than Vieira's been doing in terms of Palace as a club and what he's done over the last 2 seasons and turning them around. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But we don't know what goes on upstairs over there, so who knows.
Brentford 1, Leicester 1 here outside Brentford Stadium. Your immediate reaction to the game, sir?
Yeah, both sides went for it. Brentford were really good in the first half, showed positive action. Leicester went back in the second half and the result was really good. Positive sports, positive.
Love that. What's your thoughts on Brentford this season? What have you made of them?
Yeah, they've done really well. They finally got up in the Premiership League. They are going. They've got a good manager and they are going places.
Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about the title race. Arsenal currently sit at the top of the table with Manchester City closing down the gap. How do you see the title race playing out this year, sir?
You're going to be so good for so well, and some of the chasers are backing up there. It's going to be a tight one.
Talk to me about the relegation race. There's so few points between the teams at the bottom of the table to those in mid-table. Who do you think's in real danger of being relegated this season?
They're all the same. It's so competitive. They all need more positiveness. Patrick Vieira second today didn't help them at all. So it's a negativity. So they've got to fight.
I'm glad you mentioned the sacking of Patrick Vieira. It comes as a bit of shock to everyone. What was your initial reaction? Right decision or wrong decision?
He's such a glorious player, and when a player of that magnitude gets sacked as a manager, it shows you how serious those managers have and the pressures they have.
May I ask your immediate reaction to the game? How do you assess that?
I think it was a really good game. I think on both sides the defence was really good. I think it was a good game. It was a close one. It was.
Have Brentford got a chance of getting into Europe this season?
I think if they keep on pushing, I think they might have a good chance.
Brentford 1, Leicester 1, final score after full time here outside Brentford Stadium. Give me your immediate reaction to the game.
Brentford played well today. I think maybe deserved a little bit more out of it, but did lose the ball in possession quite a bit. But happy with that, take a point. This means that we're just getting further and further away from that relegation stuff. So yeah, looking good, and still Europe's still possible, definitely. Let's keep pushing on. Got some big games coming up. Got Brighton, Newcastle to come up as well, teams around us, so yeah, maybe Europe's still possible. Big point when you think of things, how tight it is at the bottom of the Premier League this season. Who do you think is in real danger this season of being relegated? I think there's obviously quite a few. I think Bournemouth, maybe they've gone already, but Leeds, West Ham, Crystal Palace I think can get sucked into it depending on who their new manager is, but yeah, there's so many teams down there that could go. Just thankful that it's not Brentford.
Was you shocked about Crystal Palace's decision to part ways with Patrick Vieira?
Not really. I think yeah, he needed to get results. I think he's done really well with budget and the team that he's got, but no, I wasn't surprised really, because they just keep going further and further down the table.
Quite finally, give me your thoughts on the title race between Arsenal and Manchester City this season. How do you see it playing out, sir?
I think Arsenal will get it. I think 5 points clear. I think it's theirs to lose, to be honest. I don't think City will catch them. I think it's Arsenal's to win.
We're outside Brentford's ground. Brentford City 1, Leicester City 1. Give me your immediate reaction to the game.
I think it was a fair result, to be honest. I thought the first half hour we were a much better team, but as the game got on, I think we were a bit tired and Leicester came on to us. So yeah, I would like 3 points obviously, but you know, what 1-1 is a fair result for the game, to be honest.
How would you assess Brentford's season so far?
Oh, it's been fantastic, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing. We're in a dream, aren't we? My dad brought me when I was 9 years old in 1969 to Brentford, and I've been a Brentford fan ever since. And I've got my lad with me today that lives in Cornwall, and he's come up from Cornwall for the game. So, yeah, and we are a family, aren't we?
Would you say this is the best era as a Brentford fan that you've seen?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, in the days in the late 60s, when we were struggling in the 4th division, playing the likes of Workington and Hartlepool. So yeah, we're living the dream. I know today's a disappointment, but hey, you know, I think we're still in the 6th position. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, we're living the dream.
What would it mean to you if Brentford get themselves into European contention and stay there for the end of the season, securing that European football?
That would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? That I'll be so happy for all the lifelong Brentford fans that supported them through thick and thin. That would be just amazing. If it happens, it would be a dream come true.
Now the gap at the bottom of the table is so fine. 5 points separate a lot of the teams from 20 up to about 12th. Who do you think's in real danger of being relegated this season?
Yeah, I do. I think Southampton. Obviously, I saw the highlights of the Southampton game. I thought they played a good game. They just lack a striker. Yeah. I think it's so tight. It really is. So yeah, I wouldn't like to hedge my bets. I really wouldn't. No, I'm just pleased that we're not there.
Fully appreciate that. We saw in related news Crystal Palace have parted ways with Patrick Vieira. What was your take on Patrick Vieira's departure from Crystal Palace?
Very good, very nice.
Yeah, it's quite sad, really. It's I quite like the bloke as a manager. Who would want to be a football manager?
It's a tough job.
Yeah, it is a tough job. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. So I've got no real sort of qualm about it, really. But I suppose. They thought it had to go, and that was it. But a shame.
Now, quite finally, we see Arsenal at the top of the Premier League. A lot of people want to put them there at the start of the season. What have you made of Arsenal's form this year?
Yeah, I think it's I mean, they're a good club. They've got lots of quality players, and they're obviously on form. Yeah, fair play to them.
Do you think they'll have enough about them to hold off City's title challenge this year?
To be honest, I think Man City are going to clinch it. I really do. I think Man City are going to be the boys on the top. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. Just as long as we get to Europe, that's all that matters.
Love that.